Hi, and thanks for joining me. Today's tapping video is dedicated to those of you who may be feeling a little reluctant to try that EFT tapping thing. Many of the clients that I work with actually come into their first session with a healthy dose of skepticism. But usually because nothing they've been doing has been working for them, they're willing to take a risk and try something new. So if you find yourself a little resistant to doing that tapping thing, and admittedly it does look pretty weird, I applaud you for the courage to try something new, and I hope the video works for you. Drink plenty of water before, during, and after your tapping. Let's start tapping on the karate chop point. You can start with the left hand, or the right hand, or both hands, whatever feels comfortable for you. Even though this tapping thing looks weird, and I'm afraid that trying it might make me a gullible person, I acknowledge myself for trying something new. Even though EFT tapping might not work for me, and I might not get the amazing results that other people talk about, I allow myself to give it a try. And even though I wouldn't want anyone to know that I'm trying this weird-looking tapping thing, I acknowledge myself for being open-minded to new things. Okay, and we'll tap through the points now. This tapping thing looks really, really weird. I wouldn't want anyone to know that I'm doing this. I can't imagine how tapping on my body could possibly do anything for me. And I feel really silly about trying it. I wonder what my boss or colleagues would think if they could see me doing this. People might think I'm crazy for thinking that this could possibly help me. And even though I've got all those worries and concerns on my plate, I acknowledge myself for trying something new. Because what if this could work for me? What if I really did have power at my fingertips? What if this technique could give me great results? What if I could de-stress any time I wanted? What if I was starting to relax already, right now? I'm willing to consider that this could be a positive tool for me. And I'm open to all the possibilities. When I think about this, it's not really all that different from adjusting my energies with yoga or having a saltwater bath. And how is tapping on myself really all that different from petting a dog or giving someone a hug? Those all feel really good too. And how is tapping any more ridiculous than staring at a TV screen or following someone on Instagram, playing video games, or going nowhere on a treadmill? I'm choosing to consider that this could be a useful tool. And I can make this choice for myself. I'm choosing to find a way to strengthen my mind-body connections. And tapping might be just the right thing. To put my logical, conscious mind to good use. By utilizing this power that I possess, it's right at my fingertips. So I'm going to let go of some of my resistance to tapping. I'm going to release and let go of some of my cynicism and doubt, just long enough to experience how tapping might be a useful tool for me. And what if I knew that this new technique was actually more than 20 years old, and that it has a foundation in ancient healing practices that are thousands of years old? What if I could tell people that the body's energy meridian system can actually be visualized on infrared imaging equipment. And what if I told them that there's actually a lot of science behind tapping? That it reduces stress levels, in part by lowering the stress hormone cortisol. And then it does that within minutes of beginning to tap. What if I could show them that brain waves actually slow down into calm states when people are tapping and talking through their problems? What if I reminded them that it actually makes you feel really good? That it makes you feel really calm? That it brings you problems from inside of you, outside of you, to a place where you can look at them and examine them and question the truth of the limitations that you seem to be faced with. So now that I'm armed with a little bit more background on tapping and a little bit more of the reasoning for why it should work as well as it really does work, I'm even more encouraged to give this tapping thing a try. And I honor and acknowledge myself for broadening my horizons, for opening to new possibilities, and for caring about myself enough to try something new. Welcome back. For this round of tapping, I'd like you to tune into your body and just notice a minor physical discomfort. This could be a headache, a little bit of tension in the neck and shoulders or joints. Could be that maybe there's a little bit of imbalance when you notice the right side of your body versus the left. Don't pick anything too severe, certainly not a chronic illness, just something very minor. Alternatively, you could take a breath and notice how deeply you're able to breathe normally, or how deeply you're breathing right now. On a scale of 0 to 100, where 100 is full lung capacity, where are you in your normal breathing right now? So just notice that about your body and put that to the side. And we're going to start tapping. So tapping on the karate chop. Tap where I tap and repeat after me. Even though I've got this issue and I'd like to let it go, I choose to love and appreciate myself in this moment. Even though I might have been holding on to this physical issue for a while, and I haven't had much success in letting it go before, I give myself permission to do so now. All right, and tapping through the points. I don't know how I know how to let this go. I only know that I'm doing so now. From my body, physically, I let it go. From all my thought patterns, I let it go. I remember how to function at optimal levels. I remember what it's like to live without this problem. And I'm tuning into that way of being right now. And whatever's left about this is dissolving. Because I don't need to hold on to it anymore. If there's a life lesson in this physical issue, I'm opening to learning it. And if it's safe for me to let go of it completely right now, I'm doing so right now. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Letting it go from body, mind, and spirit. I know how to let it all go. And I give thanks to whomever or whatever has inspired me to let go of this today. Thank you. And thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching, and keep tapping.